I know. Nice. Oh, that's a bit right. That's better. Come on, it should be up. Oops. Evening, everybody. Oh, let me knock noise off. I'm just gonna wait for you all to join me. Got some size of just. These again. Let's get this one out. Hope everybody's on a real good weekend. I'm just cutting some dies out while I'm waiting for you all to join me tonight. I'm going to be making, obviously, a file folder. Evening, Angie. Miss Paisley, I can see you. I mean, on chat. I'll just cut these out again. No. Who else have we got? So if you are around, don't forget to drop me a comment. I can see the chat and I can see that a couple of you are watching. So I'll give it a few more minutes. I can see people are starting to already join in, which is fantastic. Oops, I'm dropping everything on the floor. It's like a bit black in you. Right. Take this over here. Move that slightly there. Right, okay, I'm back. Back with you. Right, okay. I am making a file folder. Hi, Julian. Let's get you up on. Oh, come on. Hi, Colette. Hi, Angie. Hope you don't mind me saying, but the picture is really bright. Yeah, I'm going to tone it down now. I think it's because Chris has put the big light on. Give me a second. If you don't mind me saying, but the picture is really bright. Yeah, I'm going to tone it down now. Oh. I think
mute. Press the speaker button at the bottom.
Yeah. Can everybody still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. Hiya. Oh, Kilburn Creations. Remind me now. Oh, let me think. I can't remember. Is it Christina? No, Christina. Oh gosh. You can all hear me. Is that a bit? Can't get the picture tonight. Yeah, you can hear me. Chris, can you knock the ceiling light back on, please? I'll knock this one off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There we are. Turn down a little bit. There we are. Stop. Yep. Yeah, it's Christina. Good. I'm glad. So I hope everybody can see what I'm doing when I'm in shot and the picture is okay. It's not too bright or too dull. Let me know if it's either or, and I'll get it adjusted as I go along. So I'll wait for you. Hi Julia. Hi Julia, my darling. I'm so glad you can hear me. That's always a good start. I hope everybody's having a really good weekend so far. Weekend's just begun. Christmas is getting closer. Ooh, Christmas is around the corner. Again, so excited. Mind, did I tell you all? Was it last week? Did I tell you all last week that I got so spoiled? Chris gave me a Christmas present early. He did. He gave me a Christmas present early. Hi, Sue. Oh, the lighting's much better. Yeah, it's because Chris thought that I needed the extra light on, and I don't.
Don't blame me for that.
Yes, it is your fault. You knocked it on. So I'm just going to take these little bits out, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. Now, I have made one of these up. Never made one before, apart from sort of making a sample up to show you. I'm just taking the stuff out here now. Oh, there. Hi, Joey. Hi, Susan. I hope I haven't missed anybody. I'm going to go and check now in a second. As you'll all notice, the Miss Angie Paisley, she is in the chat tonight with me. She's going to join me, though, next week, hopefully. Hopefully, I'm saying next week. And I'm sure she will join me next week. But she's in the chat, so if you want to ask her anything, as always, I'm sure she'll be good to answer. Now, I bought this die. It hasn't cut, so I'm going to have to recut that one. It was a tattered lace, and I bought it on eBay for two tattered lace for £2 or something stupid it turned out to be. And it's this one. That's the lace. It's called Demur lace, apparently. I'm gonna cut it out again because it didn't cut, and I want it desperately in tonight's project. So bear with me while I cut this out again. Oh, come on. Come on. No. No, come on. Oh, come on, right. So yeah, those tattered lace dies. I know I'm not speaking at the moment. I do apologise. Yeah, this tattered lace die was on eBay, and it was, I got 2 for £2. So I'm going to introduce everybody before I stop yakkering. Let me see who I got in while everybody's in. Now I can go through the names. So let me see. Hiya, oh, Shabby Antique Booty. Now you were in my group. Remind me of your name. You were in my group. I can't think of your name. Why can't I think of your name? Right. I do apologise. So Angie Paisley's obviously Angie. Gillian, my darling Gillian. Kilburn's Creations is Christina. So hi, Christina. Joey DeFee is Joey. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Susan. Shabby Antique Booty. Now, hello, my dear. I can't think of your name. I do apologise. Karina. There we are. Thank you, my love. So, Shabby Antique Beauty is Karina. Susan says, thanks, so far so good, still making paper flowers, so all good is right with the will. Oh, bless. Oh, bless. So that is everybody that we got in, and if anybody new comes in tonight, I will run through the names. Of course I will. So as you see me, I've just been pottering. I haven't been actually making anything. Now, as I was saying, I bought 2 of these dies. This was the first one I bought. Do you want to see the second one? And I didn't actually go on eBay to look for them. That I sort of stumbled across them, and they were 2 for £2. Oh god, £2. Everything's dropped down. 2 for £2. So they're basically £1 each. So this one is Scrumptious Lace, I think that's called. That's the first one. And then that one, which I'm using quite a lot recently, is this one. that's how it turns out. But I love this one because you can sort of cut it down and it embosses for you sort of as well. I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but it does make those indentations, so you could run it through on your embossing folder to give it that embossing look. I do apologize for the light shining on my board. I'm going to have to put sort of something on you. I might change my board so that you're not dazzled by the lights. There, that's better. Right, as I was saying, yeah, so these they emboss, which are brilliant. So those are my two this week, so I'm so good. Hiya Angie, Chronic Crafter is Angie. Hello ladies, lurking but listening whilst listening. Hello sweet Claire. Oh bless you my darling. Yes, beautiful dies, Susan, they definitely. So go onto eBay and see what you can find. I wasn't actually looking for lace. Now these are tattered lace. These are like, I don't know how I managed to find them so cheap, but I do. So yeah, go on to eBay, and there were quite a few of them were in sets of 4 for £4. They worked out like £1 a die. So 2 for £2 was £1 a die, and it was like 80p on postage, something stupid. So yeah, those are the dies. So what have I got in front of me? So first of all, I've got this beautiful stencil that the lovely Laurel sent to me in a package. Now I did do like an open and reveal a couple of videos back, so I am going to use this die tonight, and I've got die stencil and I've got some other stencils I want to use as well, so this will definitely be used. Now I've obviously got the die cuts, so I've got like variation of die cuts. I've got some leaves which I love using, and I'll show you the paper pad because the paper pad actually gives me a really nice effect on these. Now I am going to actually zoom you in as well so you can see a lot better, because it's always good to see what I'm doing. Beautiful. Right, so I've zoomed you in a bit so you should be able to see what's in my hand. That's better. That's better. So if I hold one individual up, you can really see how pretty these dies are. And these are tattered lace. These ones I had last year, and they are called, let's see if I've got the package out, because I tend to keep, I don't think I have, or have I? Let me have a look. It should be around here somewhere, but I haven't got it to hand. I tend to keep my dies in the actual thing, but if I'm using them, then they'll be on my machines, but I'm not gonna sort of fuss and find. So those are those dies. I'm actually going to cut these out at some point as well, because these are called Build Your Own Bird Fairy Wren, and they come with 2 birds, and I've put the magnets in them to stop them bouncing around, and they also come with like these swirly kind of things, so they're really good as well to use. So I'm going to use some of that. I've also got my doily, and I've got a small doily somewhere. Chris, where did you put that doily you picked up?
It's in.
Can you come
and,
where?
Where the other ones were.
Can you come and help? Because I can't see it. There's some more of that dye.
Where did you put the ones that were on top of the big shop?
Yeah. Wait, no, the small one that dropped on the floor.
Yeah, I picked that up and I put it on top of wherever the other ones were.
Can you just find it, please? Because I can't.
No, I put it on top of where the other big ones were. Promise you.
No, one. I haven't got it on you, look. See? No. Pick the big shot up and have a look.
Oh,
see if I can.
There, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I can't pick the big shot.
I'm. Do you mind if I carry on with what I'm doing and you can have a look? Here we are. See? Right, I've got the small doily. Chris picked it up earlier. Right, okay. Back to what I was doing. Right, okay. So those are my dies. I've got the little ones there. I've got a stencil. This is my paper pad. It's called Vintage Time, and there's 36 sheets in. This is another pad that I got in on eBay this week, and it came yesterday, day before. Let me sort of, and I have been busy cutting them out, so as you can see, but they are gorgeous papers, and you get corresponding papers to go with them. So that's stunning in there. So I'm going to be using this pad as well tonight. See, they're absolutely stunning. And I've made, what have I made with them this week? And I can't show you because it's in the post. I've actually made a birthday card out of this paper set, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's my paper set that I'm going to be using. And I've also been using another large paper set. Now, don't know the name because I can't remember it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, because I wrote it down. Wait a minute. Oh, I can remember it. Here it is. The paper pad that I'm using is this one. And it's called Pinks and Peaches A3 double-sided cardstock. So it's got all those paper packs. Now I didn't make this lovely what would you call it, album. Who made me this one? Shaz made me this one, and I tend to keep anything like paper pads I buy, and I want to sort of, I know that I fall in love with them. I tend to keep the papers out of them so that I can always look on the internet and get them again. So Pinks and Peaches is the big huge paper pad that I'll be using tonight. So I have to make this folder. Now, like I said to you before, I haven't actually, I've made one up. This is what it looks like once it's made. It's so good. It's got the hinges on the side. I'm going to zoom out for this a little bit. It's got the hinges on the side, two sides. I've made it in white because I wanted you to be able to see its potential. Because I thought if I make it in pattern paper, which I'm going to be making tonight, then you can see. I'm going to give you the measurements on where I found it as well. So the actual folder, now I don't know whether I've done this a little bit big or small. I can't remember, to be fair. I think when I made it out of cardstock, my card was an inch smaller, so this is an inch smaller, but the little papers that you're going to make will fit in snug like that. They fit in absolutely perfectly, and there's not a problem with them fitting in. You can make as many as you want, and you can decorate them up. You can put lace on the end, little tabs. So I'm going to be making one of these up tonight, and I'm going to be making obviously the folder itself, and then the rest of the what would you call them? The rest of the folders. That's all I would call them. The rest of the folders I'm going to be making off camera because I'm actually going to be gifting this to someone. So this aside, so first off, let me move all my pretty dies that I want to be using later on. Right, I'm going to be moving all this to one side. There's that little one. I don't want that one to go missing. And I've also got like what would you call them? What would you call them? Scrambled blocks and some embellishments and laces and all that kind of jazz. So you need to make this folder. You're going to need 4 pieces of cardstock. So the first card, any questions as I go along, put them on capital letters because it's a lot easier for me to see. But I have got sort of 2 devices showing me the chat. So if you put any questions in capitals, I should be able to pick it up. If I don't, and if I miss your question, ask me again. Or if one of my admin team, which is the lovely Gillian or Angie, can answer it, then they will. But yeah, if you put in capital blocks, then I should be able to see it. So, hi Carla, my darling. So to make this lovely file folder, which I'm really chuffed at, I'm really chuffed how it's turned out. Really chuffed. So let's go cracking to making these. Right, so the first things you're going to need is this one first off. You're going to need a piece of card cut. I'm going to get my scoring board as well because I want to do the scoring with you all to show you where to score by. Right. Okay. There. Okay. So the first one, ignore this because this is what I'm going to be doing it on. So that the scoring I'm going to be doing on this pattern paper. But this is my sample paper to show you exactly what it looks like. Now I have scored on the sample paper because I wanted to be able to show you what it should look like after you've scored it, to give you sort of an example how it all fits together. So this piece of paper, now this is double-sided, which works beautiful because when you are making the folder, I had the idea of when you've got the pattern on the outside as well as the inside, so you haven't sort of got to worry about putting extra papers in or filling it up with extra papers because it's all been done with you for your double-sided paper. So what you'll need is your first piece of paper. I'm talking like crazy tonight. I know I can feel I'm talking like crazy. Your first piece of paper is 12 inches. I shall get my ruler to show you that it's 12 inches. Like I said, you will need 3 pieces, I think it's 3, of card. So 12 inches. That's you need to cut your pieces. Cut your pieces first of all, and then I would say score them. 12 inches by 7. That is your first piece. Now this is going to be your main piece that sticks it all together. So 12 by 7, you've got your first piece. Yes, I don't know whether to do it. Yeah, I'll show you what pieces you need to cut and then we'll score them together. So the second piece that you'll need, I don't want to confuse matters. One paper clip. The second piece you will need that looks like this. Now this white sample is a little bit smaller because of my A4 card was a lot smaller when I did my sample paper. Hope I haven't missed much. Hiya Marlou, my darling. No, you haven't missed anything. I've just been gassing way too much. Right, the second piece of paper you will need, again I'm using double-sided because it's going to work a lot better when the folder goes together. So this is 11 inches by 7. So you've got 2 pieces. You've got one 12 by 7 and one 11 by 7. Now these 2 pieces are your main 2 pieces to make your folder. Like I say, you don't have to do double-sided. You could do one-sided and then you could sort of potch about and put your papers in. Or it's all dependent on how you craft and how you want to be able to craft. So totally up to you how you do this. So I'm going to pin that. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not going to pin that back together because I want you to see the pieces. Come on, Colette now. So the second piece you will need is, these are the springs, what I'm calling the springs. Now, the springs, what I'm calling the springs, are these things. It makes the folder springy so that the folder's going to stay together. So you could put Velcro, you could put like a little button to clasp it down. The clasp, again, totally personal choice. Up to you. Are you crafting tonight, Angie? No, Malu. She's on live chat with me. She is crafting in a craft room, but she's not crafting on live with me tonight. But she will hopefully be back with me next week crafting. So yeah. So your second piece are your springs. Third piece are your springs. So for your third piece, you need 2 pieces identically the same. Now, if you do a little bit bigger, you can always cut it down. As I always say, you can add. You can't add, but you can add on, but you can't take away. So if it's made bigger, you can always cut it down. If you've made it smaller, you've got to cut another piece. So these 2 pieces have to be the same. Now, these 2 pieces are 4 and 7/8 times 6.5 inches. Now what I've done, I really don't understand when it becomes 7 1/8. I really get confused. So what I've done with my springs is I've gone 4.5, which I think I've done a little bit bigger, by that's a bit smaller. Let me check. Should be 6.5. I think I've done these wrong. Yeah, these are 4.5 by 5. Why have I done it wrong? Let me have a look. Just 6.5. Oh, I haven't. 5. 6.5 by 5. I need to cut my pieces again. These are a little too small. These are 5 by 4.5, and you need to have your springs at 4 7/8 times 6.5. So this big piece here is 6.5, and I'm going to cut it down to 7/8 and then cut the second piece. So these little pieces, I'm glad I'm doing it with you, because otherwise I would have done that wrong. Paper, please tell me I've got some paper that I've just cut. No, obviously not. Okay. So let me get a piece. How can I cut this? If I cut it with that, then I can cut it. I can always cut them down. And I'm gonna cut this by hand, and then cut my 4 1/8. That was it. Right. Move this out the way. Right, we've done. I'll start getting confused now in a second. Right, 4 7/8. So I'm going to mark mine with my ruler on. Please tell me I've got my ruler, my pencil right there. So I'm going to mark mine. It says to do 4 7/8. I can never understand it. So I think it's 7 lines going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's 7 lines going in. I think 7/8. 7 lines. Going to bed now. Happy crafting to you. Well, good night. Oh, thank you for stopping by, my darling. Hi, Vicky from Crafty Heaven. Oh, bless. Welcome, first of all, and good night. God bless, my darling. Thank you for coming in. So it says set 4 7/8. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count in 7 marks from the 4. Because I can't do it. I know I can never do it. Even if somebody tells me a million times, I always forget. If I do 7/8, and if I've cut it wrong, then I've cut it wrong. But it's 4 7/8 and 6.5. That's no, it needs to go that way then, doesn't it? Yeah, it needs to go this way, because that's 6.5. You're gonna lose. Oh, see, lucky I'm checking. I don't want to lose the 6.5. I just want to lose there. Let me move these. Oh, let me move these out the way. So these pieces that we're concentrating on. I'm going to bring my cutter over. And I'm just going to cut. I'll go through the measurements again because I probably have confused you all. then I'm gonna mark it up with that one, and these are my springs. These are my springs. So those are the springs. Where's a paper clip? Haven't got a paper clip. I'm gonna lose the plot now. Right, these are my paper clips. These are my springs, so I know I've got them exactly where they should be. So what I've done is I've gone in 4 inches, I've counted 7 lines across, and that's how I've done my springs, by 6.5 inches. So I've got 6.5 inches by 4 and 7 lines, because it says 7, 8, so I don't really know how to do that. So instead of getting totally confused, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to move these bits and pieces out of the way. And then, so those are my springs. I'm going to move my, no, I'm not going to move my sewing board. I'm going to bring back my main pieces. Now, so again, you should have your springs and your 2 pieces. So you've got 12 times 7, so which is your biggest piece. And you have 11 times 7, which is your other piece. Yeah, that's all I need. Just getting confused by it now. Right, so 7 times 11, 7 times 12, 4 and 7/8 times 6.5. Those are sort of your measurements. I will put all these measurements in the description, so of course I'm not trying to get anybody to remember them, because I've probably confused you all right today, so I do apologize. So I'm going to put my springs to one side, and I'm going to work on my biggest piece. And DeCarla said she was going to, no, she didn't. Right, so I'm going to work on my biggest piece. Now on the biggest piece, it's we gotta mark 2 inches, but we've got to turn our piece around, because our piece, the 12 by 7, it goes down here and sort of under. So that is your sort of down and under. That is your long piece. So when your 12 inches needs to go across your work, that's the way I remembered it. So mark at 2 inches. Then mark at 4.5 inches. And then from the second score line, we're going to mark 5.5 inches. So this is what I've done. Again, I can never work it out when it comes to them. I am going to work it out with my ruler and go in 5.5, which is there. I'm going to turn it around, and now I'm going to score on that line. So I'll have my 2 inches, my 4.5 inches, and then from that second line, you need to do 5.5 inches. That's what your main piece will look like at the moment. That's what it looked like. It'll look a bit strange, but that's what it looked like. Right, I'm just checking on the comments, so I do apologize if I keep stopping. So that's your first piece done. Now, because I want the brown to be on the inside, I'm going to turn my pieces this way, because I want the flower bit to be on the outside. So when I look at it, the flowers are going to come down the box. So that is your first piece. Now your second piece, which is your 7 times 11 inches, again, turn it away from you, like at an angle. Score at 5 inches. And then flip it round. So flip it totally round. And now you're going to score at 4.5 inches. You only ever make 2 lines on the second one. So again, with the second one, we scored at 5. We flipped it around, and then we scored at 4.5. That's your second piece. So I'm gonna put make sure my flower piece is on the outside. So I now have that piece and I have this piece. Now it does get slightly confusing because you think, where on earth am I supposed to put the glue and how it's supposed to stick together? So this is where I got a bit muddled up before, so bear with me. I'm going to be using high tack all-purpose glue, my brown bottle. It worked perfectly when I was making the white one, so I'm going to be using that one for this one. So your second piece. Now this, let me think. This bit is your front bit, is the front of the box, right? So I am got to, it's a bit like a puzzle really. Wait, no, let me think. No, have I done that right? Like I said, I got confused last time. How do I put it together? Let me think. How do you put it together? I can't think how to put it together now. I missed a line somewhere. Oh, I haven't. Oh my days, how do I put it together? Yeah. It's confusing. Right, I sort of got it, I think. Right, that's that piece. That's that piece. That I know that belongs like that. So then this piece has got to come down. Oh my word, how did I do it? It's got to come down like that, maybe? No, because then that. Huh? Oh, I know. Wait a minute, I think I know. There. I know, I got it now. Haha, I got it. Woohoo! Worked it out. Now, I have done this little piece a little longer. That's why you unfold that. But let me show you how I've done that because it took me a while then to figure it out. How confusing. So, your short piece, your 11 by 7, lift it up because this section is your middle of your box. So, your next piece, your long piece. Now, you know how you did the 2 inches? That goes on the bottom. I've done it a little bit long. I'm sure I've done it a little bit long, so I have to cut it off. And then that goes like that. So it goes up. This comes over, and then that comes over like so. It's a little bit confusing, but once you get it, you'll get it. Oh, my word. So what I need to do is I need to cut a section off. So I'm going to cut a section off. So like I said to you right at the very start, you can take away, but you can't add. No, you can add, oh god, I'm getting my words muddled up now. You can't take away. No, you can take away, but you can't add. Clackman, what is wrong with you tonight? Oh my word. Right, I'm going to cut this down. Let's go ahead a little bit more. There. So your short piece, lay it flat. This piece, so you've got 2 score lines. You on your longer piece, you've scored 4 pieces. The 2 score lines put this side of your work. I'm right-handed, so it's got to go on my left-hand side. The 1 score line on its own, the 1 section that I've scored on its own, the smaller section, which is this section here. That section goes on the floor. So you want to put some, oh God. Like I said, I've never made anything like this before. I saw the idea. This isn't my idea, as you can tell. I saw the idea on Pinterest, and I've always wanted to make one of these. And I was scratching my head tonight as to what should I make, what should I make, what should I make? And that's what I come up with. So that then comes up like so. And you can cover it. It doesn't have to, you know, you can even have this as a pocket on the back. You can do that. I think I might actually do that. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to glue all along this section. Actually, I might put the glue on that paper. That'd be better, wouldn't it? And to reinforce the bottom, I'd be out to shot a little bit. So I've got a pocket now on the back. Push down on that glue to make sure it's reinforced. So your piece then comes up like so. This then comes up like so. This flips around and you've now got a file folder. It's a little bit confusing when you first get it. It's a bit like a puzzle when you will try and work it out. But if you remember the short piece of the two pieces that you cut goes at the bottom, and it's the long piece that you've got to figure out, I think you'll be okay in what you're doing. So I'm now going to put the springs on, but as you can see, my file folder is now looking a bit like a file folder, what it should look like. So my springs. Woohoo! I'm laughing not at you, but with you. I don't know why we don't get metric. It's just multiples of 10 and 100. I know, Susan, I'm terrible. Especially when it comes to like 4/8 and I'm really, really bad. Really bad. I'd be laughing at me. I'm really bad. Right, to make my hinges. Now I think I've done them a bit long. I've done them a bit long. I know I have. So what I'm going to do, this is my 4/8 standard, is I'm going to mark it on here where we've gone along, and I'm going to give myself a couple of centimeters, and I'm going to take a ruler, old-fashioned ruler, so again my cutter out, and I'm going to just make a line, there and cut it. When I made that first one, it went together like a glove. Honestly, I didn't have as much trouble when I made the first one. I know you'll never ever believe me, but I promise you that was the case. When I made the first one, I was like bang, 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 and made it down. I was like, oh, I can make this online. Not a problem. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, these are your two pieces. You need them identical. Now, I've obviously cut mine down because my 4/8 wasn't a 4/8. And you take it lengthways and you want to score at every 1/2 inch. So keep scoring at your 1/2 inch, every 1/2 inch score down. Now you should have like a little bit left over. So what I did on that one, which I will do on this one, is I'm going to cut that little bit away, because otherwise it's not going to do hardly anything. That's the little bit that I'm talking about. So when you get your score lines, fold it one way, then the other. And what I like to do, especially if I'm making springs for a loaded pocket, when I did that one, was I reinforced the folds. For every 2 folds I did. And I will put the Pinterest idea, I'll put that in the description bar tonight after I finish. But I'm sure if you did it, you would never get confused like I have. I bet you it was a bit long. Let me have a look. No, it's just about height. So there's my spring. So again with this one, every half an inch. Now this one I can do easy peasy every half an inch. Again, it's got a tiny little smudging on the end. All I'm going to do is just put that away. Fold it one way, fold it the next, and then score. Fold it one way and then the next, and then score. Fold it one way and the next, and then score, and then do it all the way to the end. Okay, so there's our two springs, exactly the same. Don't need our scoring board anymore. Best bit of all now is the bit I love, is the laces. Right, first springs on and we're well away. Right, what I'm going to do is I am going to decide what, yeah, I'll have the brown on the outside, I think. And I'll put all, like I said, I'll put all the measurements in the description bar. I'll put the idea from Pinterest in the description bar below. I know it's not there at the moment because I haven't done it as of yet, but it will go up after tonight's live. So don't think, oh, Claire's gone wrong, I can't remember it. Honestly, you'll be able to remember it when it goes up. So again with this side. And I think the hardest bit for me to making this is A, putting it together, because I got a bit lost with my two pieces, and B, that 4 1/8, that blew me. That blew sort of at the side. That was the hardest bit. But I suppose with every project, doesn't matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you do and what you make, whatever you go to make in crafting, you've got to learn from. It's all about making mistakes, because if we were all perfect and we all didn't make a mistake, then I don't believe in a million years that's crafting. And I hate watching like videos where they're like pristine perfect and you think, oh, and then you go to have a go and it goes all horribly wrong and you think, how did they get it so perfect? So even though I do make mistakes, I know I do, I don't think, even if I could correct them and know that I'm, going to make a mistake, and I don't think I would do anything different, because I think making a mistake and showing how I craft with you all is me, and if I did anything different, then that wouldn't be me. So I'm just putting glue on the other side of the spring, and then we should have a file folder, what looks like a file folder. Now my springs are a little bit big, but I'm not bothered by that. So there is my file folder. How about that? So I think, and I may be wrong, I think this is a little bit too big. I'm just going to score it ever so gently. That's better. I'm going to pinch it and just score it with my fingers. I did a little bit too big. Like I say, you can adjust this to, and you could make it bigger, I suppose. But I think if I was to make it again, I would probably make it, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So that is my file folder. As you can see, we have a file folder, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So the fun bit now, woohoo, we're going to decorate it. We're going to decorate it. Marley says, fabulous, Claire. Oh, thank you, my darling. Susan says, I think on craft shows you see the only one they didn't make a boo-boo on, and the others are edited out. Exactly my point. I think with crafting, with any type of crafting, you've definitely got to see the mistakes. I will put all these measurements in the description bar below. Please don't panic that if you haven't caught me halfway through. You haven't missed much. You've just missed me make a couple of mistakes, I promise. No, I will put the where I got it from originally, and she explained it a lot better than me on her Pinterest page. So I'm gonna decorate it now. So I'm gonna get my scraps of lace, what I do best. Some scraps of lace. Going to push everything else to one side, and I'm going to just decorate it. Now I got something in mind to do this with. Oh, and I got my basket of laces up here as well. See what we have. Oh, we have a nice picture. How about that? Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I just hit it. Oh, I know. That one or that one, guys? Which one would you prefer me do? The teapot, and I've got the word tea as well. So I can make this into like a tea folder, if you will, if that is making any sort of sense. Or I've got the word Paris. See how I've got the word tea in like a little block. Or oh, there's this one. Or there's that one. And I could put there, that's got they will return on. What one would you say? The teapot, the bird, or shall I get a fabric photo out? A recipe file folder would be fab. Oh, tea, right, okay. Steak is Evelyn. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you, Gillian. Thank you, Susan. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm only going to add certain things to it. I don't want to overload it too much. What do you reckon, guys? Shall I use the word tea? Because I have got tea as in tea. And I've got some dyes I bought off Marlo ages ago. I think it was a tea. I can't remember what it was. Marlo, remind me. It was a tea dye, wasn't it? A tea dye tea kit. So I could do that, and I've got some doilies, and we could play about with that. What do you reckon? I like the birds and the tea, Susan says. Yes, fabric photo actually would be good, Marlo says. Let me see what fabric photos I got while I'm waiting for everybody to come in and tell me what you think. Right, okay, fabric photos. Ooh, look at these. Oh, look at that one. These are the ones I've been sort of waiting for. Oh, these are nice, man. These are nice. Claire, why didn't you use one of these? I'm confusing everyone. No, you're not confusing everyone at all. The flowers is so pretty. Afternoon tea kit. Oh, that's what it was called. So I use, what you guys think? I'll give you some couple of options now. Give me a second. I'm just going to get my, I want something really, really pretty. Oh, there's that, them pussycats there. Oh, there's that one, black one. Let me have a look. Have a look, and I can give you some options then of what I sort of what's floating around my mind. Got the teacup option, which I can use tea for and all that sort of things, or maybe pear soap. No, I think either the flower fairy, the tea option, or give you three options. The flower fairy to put on, bearing in mind it's going to be folder, right? Or the tea option. If I'm doing that, like I say, I've got the word teas. Or where's that image gone, which I fell in love with when I took it out? Where's it gone? Oh, here it is. Or this one. Bearing in mind this is curved fabric. So the rose, the tea, or can't even find it now. The fairy, where's she gone? The rose, the tea, or the fairy? The girl with the hat with the roses. The girl with the hat with the roses. Girl with the hat with the roses. Her? No? Is that what you're on about? There's so much choice. The girl with the hat. I think she's on about that one. Right, that's all I'm going to give you. There are no more choices. Because I confuse everyone. Right, 4 options. Oh, say 5. 5 because we counted the bird. Too many to choose from. We will have to shout for the teacup. Everybody shouting for the teacup? Are we certain for the teacup? No more winners on anything else? There is too much choice. You are definitely right. So I do like the fairy, Susan says. I'm changing my mind now. I like the rose one. So we've got sort of the girl with the hat with the roses, wherever she's gone. I think I have to put her back in, Marlo. But you did say the tea option. Got for the fairy. I think a couple of you have said girl with the hat with the roses. Is it this one you're on about? Molly, is it this one you're on about? Is it this one you're on about, or have I put it back in? I'll give you a couple of seconds. Right. Let me narrow it down. A, B for the rose, C for the teacup, or D for the fairy. So A for the girl, B for the rose, C for the teacup, or D for the fairy. And that's all the choices I'm giving you tonight because it's too confusing. I don't know which one you're on about. I think I've put it back away. So A, B, or C, or D. You've got D. A for the girl, B for the rose, which you can barely see. So I do apologise. B for the rose, C for the teacup, or D for the fairy. B, Carla says B. A. I've had 2 for B so far. You all have said 1 for each. But I've got 2 for B, 3 for B. Right, so we're going for B. That's what we're going for. Everybody's saying B, 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 B. Okay. Right, that's decided. So let me cut this down. And these images I had off the lovely I might put Paris on this one. Jane Marge. I bought some images off her quite a while ago now. But yeah, that's where these images have come from. Right, I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to distress the edges a little bit with vintage photo. Because if I've got a real nice image of the rose, I want it to show up on the picture. Let's get a piece of card. Make yourself. That's better. Yeah. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. I am going to put some on the pocket because I've kept the pocket on the back. There we are. So that's that one sorted. Now, this image. I got some fabric here, which I'm going to use. So I'm not going to cover it all before anybody says, "Oh, you're covering it all." I'm not going to cover it all. I'm just trying to work out how far this image comes down. There. Okay. Let's cut these edges a little bit more straight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scraps to give the layer on the back. Now this felt lace, again, I had from eBay, and it's called Pink Rose because of the type of fabric it is. That's what it's called. Have that at an angle. Have that at an angle. I'm gonna dig for my right. I've dug out earlier on because I was playing with my scraps earlier. I dug out a few scraps. Here I go with my scraps. Right, where's my glue? There. There and there. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the center of here just to keep it in one spot while I tuck laces behind. And I'm just going to put it at an angle because I don't want it to be perfectly straight. And I'm just going to fill then these little gaps up with my scraps, of course, she says. So I hope has anybody been Christmas shopping, or is it too early for you all? I must admit, I've done a little bit. I haven't done too much. I did a little bit online, so to speak. But I haven't done too much of it because I haven't had a chance. But Christmas is creeping up, and it's creeping up quite fast actually, surprising. And if I can't find anything in here, there are a couple of things that Carla sent me that trim there, but there are a couple of trims that are in my basket next to me that I'm thinking of just tucking behind my little thing I've got going on. Oh, I've got some blue trim that Belinda sent me. I don't know whether I'll use that, we'll see. I want that white lash trim. Too big. Let me see what else I've got. No. Yes. Maybe. Oh, I've got some Malu's flowers here. Right, let's cut some of this white ash. Let's trim. Right, I'm gonna stick. I've got this perfectly where I want it, so I'm just gonna put a few dots of glue, and I'm gonna tuck it right behind. There, so the eyelash trim falls down. So yeah, I been very busy with. I haven't got anything to show you as what I've been making because they're for swaps. I have done a video, and I'm going to be doing one. When's the next one? Tomorrow, Saturday. Tomorrow. I've got something that I want to make that I want to show you how to do. So if you wanted to try, then you can make it. But so that's coming up tomorrow. I haven't got really anything to show you. I wish I could show you what I've been up to, because I have been so basically what I've been making. Andrew's hearing me, but what I've been making is for the lovely Miss Paisley's for Christmas for her, and I've also been making for my swap partner, and I'm doing a private swap for somebody else as well. So anyway, I've been making little bits and pieces, and these past couple of nights all I've been making for is the lovely Miss Paisley. Well, of course I can't tell her what I've been making, because that would kill her Christmas present off, and it's been killing me not to be able to tell no one. I sort of talk to Chris and I'll say, oh, what do you think of this? And he'll go, yeah, and he just takes some interest, but after all, he's a man. So I've been a bit stuck, to say the least. I've been a bit stuck as to who I want to show, and all I want to do is show someone just to say, what you think. Right, I hope you can see that building. I'm going to do some more eyelash trim. I love this stuff. I've been playing about with this stuff earlier today. See, I hope you can see it building now. Like I say, I won't do too much to the actual box because of the paper. And I've got to decide what kind of clasp I'm putting on. So I think I'm going to put a strip of Velcro on. I've got Velcro underneath my legs, so I think I'm going to put that on. So let me put another piece here. And then I'm going to put some of those die cuts I cut previously right at the beginning. Right, so let me... put it in there, And I'm going to just... That's that one. What do you ladies think? Show us colour, and Angie can close her eyes for a few minutes on New Year's. Oh no, I couldn't do that to her. I will do videos, and I know I keep going on, but I shouldn't tease you all like that really. But I just I've been, because usually me and Angie bounce off each other. We usually sort of go, oh, what do you think of this? And we usually sort of play with each other what we're making, and we usually give each other ideas and inspiration. Well, of course, because we didn't make for each other for Christmas, I haven't been able to do it. So I find it so hard. And I think we've been paired a couple of times where we haven't been able to show each other what we've been making, and it's really, really difficult because of that very reason. I don't know whether you guys are like that. If you're making something for someone and you really want to show them, but you don't want to show them in the same way, but you want to show someone to see what their initial thoughts are, what you are making. So hope you can see that coming. I'm going to move all my scraps in a minute so you can properly see it. Oh, and let me just... And then I've got some of these scalloped edges. Now I've done some in that pretty paper. I'm just going to tear, I think, about this piece. There. And I've got some of this, let me move that a second. I've got some of this, like, it's bling, but it's almost like, what would you call it? Like a disco-like kind of thing. So I'm going to put some of that. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Gillian. Thank you so much for your comments. It means a great deal. And thank you for the thumbs up. I just noticed it now. So thank you so much if you've given me a thumbs up. It means a great deal to me. And I do appreciate it. So thank you so much, whoever you are. There's one there. I won't do too much to the top of the box. Got an idea, but I won't do too much to the top of the box because I've almost done it to the side. So that's that. Now the top of the box, like I said, I'm not going to do too much to it. Let's cut some scraps up first. I'm going to go this way with it because of the flowers dripping there. And I've got an idea what I want to do, but I just want to build these scraps up first. And then to make the folder that's going in the box, again, I'm not going to do too much to that, but I'll show you how to make that up. So I've got some flower here. Oh, I think I'm going to need two, not one. There's two flowers there. I might want some more eyelash trim. I don't think I'll need that. Let me see what else I've got. Oh, I could put a couple of... Like I say, with the actual folder that's going inside the box, I'm only going to show you how to do one. Because if you know what to do one, then you'll know what to do it all, basically. Just dotting them around with a second, because I've got something in mind that I've got to grab, but I just want to build these laces up. put some of this vintage lace on. Right, let me grab what I want to grab. Here we go. I'm going to put a little bit of this trim on. You know the trim that we use right at the very start? If I can't take it there, I can. Okay. Now I've got some wedding appliques. What I was thinking, everything's falling. So what I was thinking, so let's do, I want to do quite a nice one. I want to do a real pretty one. What about something like that flower there? And I might use that on the front. Let's see what other ones I've got. Because, oh, if you know what I've been up to recently, you'll know that I've been getting my hands on some wedding dresses and have the joy, of cutting them up. And I love cutting them up. There's another one there. Oh, is that one beaded? That one might be beaded. Oh, you are. That's a better one. Okay, so let me see what I've got here. Oh, I need to get the Velcro out as well. So I'm gonna pop that just like so. To see how why I wanted the scraps to be where they were, because I wanted something behind the wedding applique. Yes, it can knock your confidence, Carla. I got a thumbs down and told myself it didn't bother me, but I think it did. Oh, my darling Carla. Do you know how I don't know whether you guys noticed, but I never talk about like thumbs down or anything like that. Because the only reason I don't, and there's a big reason for it, is because I think whoever's giving you a thumbs down, now your first thumbs down will sort of knock your confidence. It's bound to. It did for me. But what I did was when Angie first started going online, one of my advice to her, and she can clarify this if I'm saying it wrong, was that at one point you're going to get a thumbs down. Now it doesn't matter when you're going to get it, what video you're going to get it on, it doesn't matter. And she said, but I don't want a thumbs down. I said, no, I know you don't want a thumbs down, but the thing is, a thumbs down is, if you look it up, basically YouTube put a thumbs down on videos because their idea of feedback was a thumbs down, and then that would tell whoever's making the video that they needed to do a particular thing, because the idea was they'd put a thumbs down, then they would comment. But so it went into this like positive feedback that you could make your videos better, to this negative feedback that people always get on their videos, and they think a thumbs down, and it does knock your confidence, and you think, what the heck have I ever done to deserve a thumbs down? But it's not you, my sweet. I promise you now, it is not you. It is whoever's giving you that thumbs down, it's their problem, not yours. And the other thing to remember is, so like I say, it's gone from a positive thing that YouTube put it on to a negative thing. If you look, now it does knock your confidence. I'm not going to say it won't, and it'll probably play on your mind for the next couple of days. And it doesn't matter how many people will say, please don't let it bother you. It probably will. It probably will bother you, because you've worked so hard putting that video up, and you think, why on earth? I would much rather somebody tell me in a comment that I'm doing something wrong or something of that description. I would much rather that feedback come back to me than somebody go, oh, well, I'll just give you a thumbs down, because a thumbs down, everybody also looks at it as, when you look at a video, you look at the video, and then underneath you look at the thumbs up, the thumbs down, the share. So that's the first thing somebody's going to see before they see the comments. And I think that's mostly why it affects us so much, because you think you work so hard on these videos and you think, I didn't deserve that. I've just spent so many hours putting a video up and I've got a thumbs down. So I know it's knocked your confidence rate, and it probably does. So for anybody that is out there doing videos, please know that a thumbs down originally was set up by YouTube as a positive thing. It's true. Look it up. It's true what I'm saying. It was a positive thing that was set up by YouTube, that to tell the creator that they could make their videos better. But over time, this thumbs down has become a negative thing. And it's become so negative, in fact, that it's created YouTubers, people that do videos, to stop doing them because of the negative thumbs down that they get, and so many of them. So YouTube has decided, because of all the feedback, and I think there's a petition somewhere as well, that they are thinking of taking it away, because it's affecting it's affecting everybody that does it. So what I would say is, if any of you get a thumbs down, please note that whoever's giving it to you, whether they are whoever it is, now you're never going to find out who it is. You will probably find out, might have an idea. You might also, I'm going to make my cards a bit bigger. You might also, you'll never have an idea. You'll have an idea who it is. You may never have an idea who it is. You may sort of go through and think, I thought everybody liked my videos. But it might also be somebody that actually doesn't know you and doesn't know that you do brilliant videos, and have just come on your channel to give you the thumbs down for the sake of it, because people do that as well. So a thumbs down does knock your confidence, but please don't let it stop doing your videos. Please, to anybody that's giving you a thumbs down, please don't let it stop you doing your videos and stop doing what you love, because what you are creating is inspiration, is crafting, is a different craft, is a different way of crafting, and it's your own space on YouTube. And YouTube is such a big place, and to have a little space on YouTube that you can actually say, yeah, I'm actually on YouTube, that's a really sort of, wow, I'm on YouTube kind of thing. Oh, it's like a glove. And that was a rough guess. So yeah, I know it will affect you, knock your confidence, but please don't let it ever affect your videos. Don't ever give it any attention either, because the other thing I've learned, and I haven't been on YouTube longish. I mean, before I did this channel, some of you may be aware, some of you might not be, that I used to do a channel. It's called Piggylopedia on YouTube. And my animals were on there because I had guinea pigs. And the reason I did the video was because I got so fed up going in pet shops and seeing these animals being mistreated, that I wanted to create a video on a platform where people could look after their animals safely and know how to do it. So what I did was I went on, I think I was on YouTube for about 6 months, and I came off. And it knocked my confidence because there was no feedback. I saw like people every now and then watching. I'm thinking, and then I was thinking, well, nobody's actually watching me. But the thing is, they were watching me because I stopped, and then I had a message to say, why did you stop? We were watching you. So people are watching you, Carla, my darling. You can and I do it on my own videos. You can unclick it so nobody sees your thumbs up or down. Now, for some videos, I leave it where you can see it. Some videos, on, you know, if I'm uploading videos to do with kits or anything like that, I will click the button. So when you upload your video, you've got sort of 3 settings, and it's in advanced settings. So when you upload your video, you've got basic settings, something else, and advanced settings. You go into advanced settings, and it's in there that you can untick the button that gives that tells YouTube that you don't want anyone to see your thumbs up or down. You will see it in your own channel and in your own creator, but no one else will. It is a good point, but it's also I find it to be really good, but at the same token, I find it to be I don't know, a bit. I find it to be really good, the fact that nobody can see that they're giving it thumbs down. So after a certain time, they sort of give up because no one can see your thumbs down. But I also find it frustrating because for all those that are giving me the thumbs up, they can't actually see that they're giving me a thumbs up. So what I would say, Carla, is if it affects you, if it's playing on your mind, untick it to all your videos. Go through all your videos and untick it. If it's playing on your mind a little bit, do like I do, like on my lives, I leave like the thumbs up and thumbs down so you all can see it. In my general videos, I tend to click it off because I did a video once, and I'll do this folder while I'm talking. And I did this video once, and I was showing a kit, and I had a message to say, Claire, thank you for the kit that you showed, but I've had a thumbs down. I'm thinking, you've had a thumbs down? And I went onto my channel, and what had happened was I'd done the kit, and within a space of 5 minutes, there was a thumbs down on the kit. So for any kits I show, for any groups that I'm sort of letting you all know about, or any challenges that I'm letting you all know about and telling you what YouTube channels they are, I don't let anybody to see the thumbs up or down, because I don't want it, because it can be misread as the thumbs down is being aimed at the person that you're in a way promoting. So I tend not to show any of the thumbs up or down. It is really nice when you get thumbs up. I love to see the thumbs up go up on my live shows. I absolutely love it. That's the only time I love it, because for me, if one person is watching, then I know that I can continue doing what I love, and you're all going to watch what I do and love what I do for as long as I'm going to be able to do it. So yeah, if it's affecting you that much, and take it. There is a setting to do that. If it's sort of, you think, oh, it's not affecting me, but it's playing on your mind, just untick it. I tend not to mention the thumbs down either in my lives. Hi, Sandra. I tend not to mention it, and the only reason I tend not to mention it is because I don't want to give them airtime for giving me a thumbs down. Do you know what I mean? So in any video you do, just remember, I know that they've given you a thumbs down, but don't remember, for every time you mention it in your video, you're giving them the airtime that they want. So yeah, have a think the way you want to do it, because you can do lots of different ways, and you'll never find out who it is. Sometimes you can find out what country they've come from. Other times you can find out if they've been a subscriber, but you can never find out the actual person, which is a bit gutting. Now that's plain on the back, so I'm not going to do one on the back. I think what I might do, just to dance this up a little bit. I'm gonna just cut it there, and I'm gonna put some ephemera on the front and laces on the front. So yeah, that's my sort of thing when it comes to. Hi, hostess. Oh, hi, Sandra. My name is Colette. Nice to meet you. Thank you for popping onto my channel. Also, jealous people won't probably thumbs down. Don't let them steal your joy. Exactly. Someone left Lindsay the comment, I hate your voice. The heck? Somewhere out there with no proper upbringing. Exactly. They should be a way to find out, or they should leave their name. There isn't. I've tried. There isn't any way on YouTube you can find out. You can find out if they've been subscribed. You can find out the date and the day they did it. You can sometimes find out the country. You can never find out the person. That's YouTube, because they apparently want to protect its confidentiality, or comes into that law. But yeah, I mean, hope I've made sense in what I said. But in a way, I know it's going to sound horrible. In a way, I'm glad you've got one, because that will make, if you didn't have any and then you had one, say next week, it would take you back. But now you've got one, you've sort of got the understanding of, it doesn't really affect me. You can give me all the thumbs down you want to give. I still love doing what I love doing, and it doesn't matter how much you want to bring that down. I'm going to still do what I want to do. So in a way, for the ladies that have got it, I'm glad in a way that you have. I know that sounds so terrible and wrong, but I would rather you see it now than be disappointed when you've got sort of millions of subscribers. But if you go on Craft Companion and Crafters World, you'll see that they've got tons of thumbs down, and it's really surprising because they're big companies. Does that sound awful when I said that? But I didn't mean it the way I said it. I hope you sort of know what I meant. I do apologize. So I'm going to put a little tab here, ink these edges up. And then to finish off, I've got some ephemera that I want to just pop on the front. This was from the lovely Margot, who had sent me this in a kit. What was in a kit that I bought previously. So yes, never give up on your crafting, and don't let them win either. Don't let them sort of beat you down with thumbs down, because at the end of the day, even on Facebook, Carla, you get the angry faces on a video. So I know it's frustrating until YouTube puts it down. Us crafters and creators, because that's what we are when we're on YouTube, I've got to put up with what they're doing. And it's sad to hear you've got a thumbs down, because you are such a talented crafter. And Malu, I know I saw that you had a thumbs down, and you're both talented ladies, so it's really sad to hear that you've both got a thumbs down. But in a way, I'm glad in a way that you know how to handle it if it does come up again. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. When you deal with public, you have to understand there will obviously be those that issues for whatever reasons. Do what you do because you enjoy it, and don't let them hurt you. Definitely. Thank you, Dawn. Hiya, Mirinda. Thumbs up for that tag, Claire. I know, it's a beautiful tag. It's all good. Really, there's a saying, hurt people, try to hurt people. But I'm truly a happy person, and I plan to keep it that way. Oh, I'm so glad. I am so pleased, Carla, and I'm so sorry that it's happened, because like you say, you're such a talented woman. It shouldn't happen to you. So I'm going to put some pressure on this tag. Now I did buy, where did I put it? Press it away. I bought some of these pictures earlier from Etsy, and all they are some pictures of some flowers. So what I thought was, just to finish this tag off, I'm going to cut one of the top ones out, and I'm just going to layer it up as a thing. And I didn't make the tag. The tag got made by the lovely Marlu, who it was in a kit that I had recently purchased. So I didn't make the tag. I just love the fact that you can create with it. So yeah, these were bought from Etsy. Now they got 75% off. They're £1 something for a PDF file, and you can print your heart's content, and you'll never get bored because you've always got them on your computer. Okay, let me see if I can. I've got some stamps here somewhere. So all I'm picking up now is like little bits and pieces that I think that would be nice, just to finish it off. Oh, I can see a place for it. Just there. Now I'm going to see if I can find my stamps. So bear with me a second when I see if I can find my stamps, because I know I haven't used them as of yet. Maybe I have. I don't know. Oh, yeah, they are. And like I say, you can make as many folders as you want to make with these. I'm going to pop that stamp just there. That says USA on it. So let me show you that all again. I'm going to move everything out of my way first. Bear with me while I do it. I do apologise for stretching over you. Like I say, them. What else were they? Oh, so they were them. All the pictures in them. So I'll leave that up for a couple of seconds. And these ones, which I purchased earlier. So them ones. Hope you can see them ones. Yeah. And then these ones were the ones I printed off. These are beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. And you can, like, with these, and there's another one here somewhere, but oh, here they are. Here they are. There's them ones. And then there's these ones, and there's old-fashioned ones. So what I'm going to do, just to finish this off, I've just had just an idea, and I just want to share it with you all before I go, of course. I'm going to use that top image. And I am going to clip it with the paper clip on the folder. My paper clips are in here. There we are. So and you can tag some tags up, as many as you want or as little as you want. You know, you can go crazy. You can. I've got some more. There's a line now. Bear with me, bear with me. I'm going now in a second. I know where I go on there somewhere. Oh, here's one. And these are the ones I printed off Pinterest. No, these are the ones that came with the paper pads, but none of the other paper pads I got. So let's pop these, and they're pop out ones. So there's one, and let's do another one. These two, and of course you can add tags to them. You can do anything you want. So let me move everything out of the way. Oh, I did cut that one out earlier. And I'll show there. Right. Let me move everything out of the way. I didn't even use that stamp afterwards. Just the thing. So I'm going to put a little bit of Velcro on this, but I won't disturb the whole table just to get at the Velcro. But I will be putting Velcro on it. And like I say, with the back pocket, you can cut out a couple of tags in the back. So you can cut out a couple of tags. Just cut out a couple of these ones. There's that one. I'm going to put 3 in there. Let me see if I can do, I don't know whether I can do this one. Oh yeah, I can. So whoever you make it for, or even if you wanted to make it for yourself, you could put tags in the back and use it as like a little go-to for tags to put on your little file folders. And then you can obviously write on the back, make a little tab, of course, to put in. But there's your pocket on the back. There's my top of my box, all decorated up. There's the side of the box with that beautiful image that you all chose for me. And then these just slot in like so. And then it shuts up. And that is how you would make a file folder. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, please don't get discouraged with the thumbs up, because thumbs down, because they are YouTube put them there for a positive reason. So if you think of it like that, then I'm sure you won't go far wrong. But you are all amazing crafters. You all inspire me, so thank you so much for that. Thank you to all your amazing comments, all your thumbs up. I've got 9. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Very pretty paper. Thank you, Dawn. Love it, Claire. Thank you, Marlo. Beautiful paper. Thank you, Debbie. Sandra, pretty paper. Thank you, Sandra, and thank you for popping on, my darling. I have to get a coffee refill. Be right back. Oh, bless, Susan. Have a wonderful night, ladies. Bye for now, Debbie. Thank you for popping on. It's really beautiful, Claire. Thank you, Gillian. So what I'm going to do now is I haven't got anything to show you because it's all been made for swaps this week. I haven't got any challenges to tell you about. Oh, I have. There's a challenge going on in our group. It's Angie's Angel Wings, and it's on our group. The link is in the description bar below. So if you want to come on over and pop it over and see what our group is all about. Angie's got her first ever challenge going on in our group. It is a picture challenge, so there is no sending, so it's just taking a picture and posting it up in the group. So if you want to come on over and have a popping over, please answer the questions though. If you are coming over as a new member, please answer those questions. Just gives me an idea of who you are and what kind of things you're into. So I really do hope you've enjoyed. I will put all the measurements and the link. I'll actually put the link. I won't put the measurements. I'll put the link of the blog from Pinterest I found how to make this. And if you make it the way the lady says, I'm sure you won't have any problems like I did. But I hope you really enjoyed. And like I say, I thoroughly enjoyed tonight. We talked about everything and anything. We put the world to right. Carla, my darling, you're an amazing crafter. So I've been watching you in my crafting. I always put you on while I'm crafting. You're an amazing, talented crafter. So don't let anybody ever put you down with those thumbs down, because they mean nothing. Okay, my darling. Good night. God bless. Thank you to my lovely admin for keeping the chat nice and safe for us. And I will catch up with you next Friday. And hopefully I'll have Miss Paisley with me. But until then, I'll catch up with you then. Bye for now, ladies. Bye.